And welcome to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 10 rounds among heavyweights. We are looking forward to this fight, especially after seeing what happened at the weigh-in yesterday. A stare down that nearly resulted in a bout breaking out right there. Now they get to do it for real. George Foreman's ring walk is one of those ring walks where you realize how attentive this fighter is. This is a guy who has his eye on the prize and nothing will distract him. Joe Frazier is so attentive when it comes to this moment here. This is where everything he's done, all the hard work he's put in, comes down to one singular moment of concentration.
Introducing first, in the blue corner.
Opening round scheduled for 10. Able to land the hook to the head. You see the accuracy now with that double jab up top. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. So we are underway here, and as we've talked about it going into this fight, and you really touched on this, Teddy, the biggest edge comes with him in terms of his speed advantage.
Yeah, not just with his hands, though. Downstairs with his feet, too.
Lands flush with the combination upstairs. Nice block. Goes up top with the right hand.
Keep doing what you do.
What a big shot from George Foreman.
Come on.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Joe Frazier. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Scores with the combo to the head. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Joe Frazier. Foreman's jab can do so much there. He used it well that time. So many times you hear of an early round where they're just feeling each other out. No way. Not these guys. Straight to action.
Well, if they can keep this up, they're both going to have headaches, but we're going to have a special one on our hands.
Huge left hand from Smokin' Joe. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by George Foreman. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
Good right hand. George Foreman so dangerous with that accuracy. A two-punch combination landed. And now you see him realizing why he's had success. He was aggressive at the end of the last round. He's coming out aggressive here in this round.
Hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. He's staying with it.
Nowhere close that punch by Joe Frazier. Well placed, well timed combo up top. Good solid jab by George Foreman. Hits him in the mug with the right. George Foreman stunned, and he is hurt. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. Not one, but two. Good work with the jab up top. Tough to get rid of George Foreman. No rope-a-dope tonight. No surprise, Muhammad Ali coming at you with right hands. Foreman withstands that.
Let's see some more head movement.
And just grabbing onto his opponent. Teddy, among the things that we should be looking for early is which fighter can show a wide array of an offense.
Yeah, you don't want to always be coming in that front door all the time. You want to come in the side door every once in a while, you know. Sometimes you want to maybe even come through the roof, down the chimney. You want to mix it up.
He gets off with a combination up top. George Foreman's going with a very efficient work rate in that last round. He chose his spots carefully, Teddy.
Yeah, that's what I like to see, and that's what the judges are supposed to be looking for. You know, not just be overtaken by a guy just going out there like a Mad Hatter and just throwing punches, but placing the punches, strategically putting them in the right spots. Good job.
He seems fully recovered to me. Here we are, the start of a new round, and a fighter that got tagged hard in the last round seems as fresh as could be.
Well, when you push a fighter, when you push a human being to a dark place, that's when you're going to find out what's bright inside of them, what's great inside of them, and he's responding just that way.
Foreman's putting together punch stats tonight that fall right in line with what his strategy is. Outside fighter, throwing lots of jabs, landing lots of jabs.
Well, what it is the jab is the table setter. And the jab tonight has set up the table where he's been able to eat whenever he's wanted.
Combination to the head. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Joe Frazier. Now he's targeting upstairs. Little double jab to the head. A solid left hand by George Foreman. Scored well up top. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Head hunting never hurt, does it with the hook. Joe Frazier's impressing the judges and himself with that right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left. And round 3 comes to an end. Our first chance to take a look at Teddy's scorecard here as round number 4 is underway. Foreman's putting forth a little boom, 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 a 3-punch combination score. Now this is exactly what I love out of an offensive fighter, Teddy. A guy who's able to put together the multi-punch combinations and make it look like it's just a sweet science.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you can do when you have good fundamentals. Not just good physical ability. That's only part of the equation. But just good technical ability. And that's what he's doing. He's snapping his punches. They're nice and clean. They're crisp. They're short. They're together.
Well placed. Straight right hand. Off to the side. A little swing and a miss going upstairs. Huge right hand from George Foreman. Nice jabs there by George Foreman. Little head hunting with the left. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking a shot. That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent and then a good counter by Joe Frazier.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
George Foreman's putting a smile on his corner man's face right there and frustrating his opponent with that jab. He missed by a mile. That wasn't even close by George Foreman. Frazier's lack of defense right now is showing up. His opponent's scoring with the right hand consistently.
Yes, he's found the target for that early on, and he's just staying with it. Nothing fancy.
You're still not moving enough. Move, move! Listen, you need to move your head more, side to side, okay? I want to see that head move more. Don't look for just big punches, okay? Use your speed. Double up your punches. I want to see combos.
Round number 5 has arrived. Foreman's got that look to him like he's ready to fire off, and that time between rounds served him well. Doing well on the outside. A solid, true uppercut by Joe Frazier. George Foreman showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. The combo lands upstairs. Good solid hook from Big George. Frazier's got those earmuffs on, and he's got his hands tight against his body. But Teddy, still, some things are getting through.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like driving a car, Joe. You know, and the weather's a little bad, and you say, I want to be safe here, I'm going to stop the car. You don't stop and park the car in the middle of the highway. The cars are coming. I mean, he stopped right there in the middle of the highway. Cars are coming. You know, pull off somewhere. You know, get the heck out of there. Find the right parking spot.
A well-placed, gutsy uppercut after being tagged. Foreman's 3-punch combination there is going to impress the judges. Punches and bunches, combination up top.
Relax, relax. I want to see some combos.
10 clicks of the talk. What a damaging blow. Nice hook upstairs. And that does it for this round. Now that he's back in the corner, we get a close-up look. George Foreman's cut even looks worse.
And it's up to the fighter now, Joe, for his attitude not to change. You know, we can look at it and we can say, wow, that cut looks worse. The fans can look at it and say that. But the fighter must be steady, the same attitude, as though he doesn't have a cut. Otherwise, he has no chance of winning this fight.
Every time you come in, I want to see that double.
It has been completely one-sided so far tonight, and he's in control as we start this round. Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
What an excellent 2-punch combo by George Foreman. Comes right back at him with a left hand.
Keep knocking it down. Good.
That was not well targeted by Joe Frazier. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Joe Frazier. Smoking Joe with a good solid left hand. A little head hunting with the right. What impact from that uppercut by Joe Frazier. Doubles up the jab to the head. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own.
Keep moving.
Frazier's doing a poor job here. This is not how he wants this fight to be. He wants to be winning this fight as an inside fighter. That's not how it's playing out.
Yeah, he needs to be on the inside. But you know what? Maybe he doesn't want to be there. Because there's nothing else that's stopping him from going there. Maybe he doesn't have the confidence, the wherewithal, the discipline to get there.
That round comes to an end. A round that I do believe he won. He fought much better there compared to what we saw out of him earlier.
Yeah, don't show me how somebody behaves when they're winning. You know, really, I want to see how someone behaves when they're losing. He's behaving the right way. He's getting himself back into this thing.
Nice one. That was good. Yeah, this one. Okay. Fine.
Here we go. Action to start the 7th round. Frazier's coming off a very determined 3 moments. That was quite impressive. In fact, I think he's got a chance to get right back in this fight, Teddy.
Well, Joe, I'll tell you what, I'll go one step better. He's right back in this fight. All he has to do is keep that attitude and keep that same kind of rhythm he had in the last round.
Commits to the straight right. Frazier's doing a poor job. There's no other way to really say it. I mean, he's sitting there trying to stay committed to being a counterpuncher, but in the meantime, the fight is getting away from him in a big way.
Yeah, he needs a plan B right now. You know, he came in with plan A, Joe, but plan B is what he needs. He has to find another way to create offense. He's not going to be able to do it countering on the back end.
Nice strike after catching one by Joe Frazier. Look at that combination by George Foreman. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by George Foreman. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Nice job snapping those jabs by George Foreman.
Don't let him breathe. He's hurt. Get him in this round. Hey, relax. Relax. Doing great. Keep the pressure on him. All right, listen. You need to create more counters, okay? Slip his punch, then throw a...
Joe Frazier's not looking so hot right now. He's down on your scorecards, that's one thing, Teddy. But as we start this 8th round, you can just see that he doesn't have much left.
Well, you know, this is the test now. I mean, this is the time where you separate the men from the boys. Do you want to be a fighter? Do you want to be a champion? Those questions have to be asked, and they have to be answered.
Already trailing on your scorecards as well. And what a clever combination by George Foreman. See the defensive guard of Joe Frazier there.
Lead him to the punch. Move!
Forceful jab by George Foreman. Foreman's timing with his head movement has been ideal. We have not seen his opponent being able to land anything clean up top tonight.
No, because his opponent is not making the proper adjustments. You know, when the head is moving, the body's still there. You can't catch the head. Go downstairs to the body. You paralyze that head. You start to take that movement away. Before you know it, the guy's not quite as elusive.
Joe Frazier's in bad shape, but he's doing the only thing he can at this point. He's tying up.
Yeah, but what I'm a little surprised at, and I think what his opponent's going to pay a price for later on, he's letting him tie up.
Come on, kid.
how he doubles up that jab by George Foreman. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Joe Frazier. Foreman's almost looking foolish that time he missed so bad. Good power punch. The right hand landed. That last round really damaged him. Frazier's face does not look good at all. You can see his corner trying to tend to him.
Yeah, they're tending to him a little too late. What about in the gym? What about in training camp where you got to teach a guy, move your head, don't get caught so you won't look that way? Maybe they didn't do their job.
Start of a new round, and you got to expect his opponent to jump all over him. He nearly got rid of him at the end of the last round.
Yeah, if I'm in the other corner, I'm telling him get after him. But you can use that in reverse. You know your opponent's coming after you. Maybe he gets a little reckless. You have an opportunity to nail him as he's coming after you.
Great work offensively, landing that combination by George Foreman. Did you see that? What a powerful hook to the head by George Foreman.
Keep working the job.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault.
You're not focusing. Keep your head moving. Come on, cover up.
Oh, good defense there. That was a fine block by George Foreman. George Foreman swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent. Blocks away that headshot. Doubling up the jab by George Foreman. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. The trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. And that's the end of round 9. Foreman's defense is going to need to shine when he gets back out there. I mean, just look at the close-up of that cut we're seeing.
Yeah, he's got to use his legs. You're right, Joe. He's got to get out there and buy some time for those medicines to work.
Listen to me. This is it. One more round. I want you to catch him on the way in, okay? Time your uppercut when he comes forward. You need to move your head more, okay? Side to side.
They meet up one more time. The last round has arrived. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. He just missed that shot up top. Foreman's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Blocks that belt line well. Two good jabs by George Foreman.
Nice work.
Good defensive skill. Right on the mark with the hook up top. He is damaged badly there. Wow! He is not meant for life on the outside there, and he just paid the price. He goes down.
Because he didn't make his mind up. If you're not going to work out in front, get to a distance where you're safe. He stood there at a bad distance. No man's land.
I give him a lot of credit for even getting up from that knockdown, but he still has to impress and move forward here.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit, but I also recognize that he's in good shape. That's one of the reasons he got up.
Big, big shot comes crashing home. He was able to get up and continue on last time. Now he goes down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's all over. Joe Frazier's a knockout victim. He couldn't beat the count.
Ladies and gentlemen, by way of knockout, your winner, Big Joe Frazier.
As we saw, he was up on your scorecard throughout the evening. George Foreman's now a winner by knockout.
Listen, you want to win, you want to get to a title, you want to be successful, but you want to make money. And this is one way to ensure you're going to make money, scoring knockouts.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Always enjoy you tuning in. We'll see you next time at the fights.